What's up, Wikimaniacs? We're all back.
Oh,
Reddit on Wiki starts now.
Therapy.
What's going on, Wikimaniacs? Welcome back to another Am I the Asshole Friday, hosted by your boy Josh.
Whoa.
With me today, my two co-hosts. Oh my God, it feels so long since I've said
The
that.
boys are back in town.
John and Sean.
He just hella peaked. I had no idea what he just said.
No, hopefully that will translate. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But the boys are back. What's going on?
Not too much. All four of us, Josh, John, Sean, and the perm, we're all four back in the room.
Ooh.
I thought you were going to say Kara because she's right there.
Oh, Car's also here. She is mad that we've started and that I immediately started with a scream.
She's
Wait,
like, "Fuck."
Sean, you gotta introduce the jersey, our new sponsor, right?
Oh, God.
The greatest team in all of hockey history. The Las Vegas Golden Knights, baby.
That's Reddit on Wiki is the official podcast of the Las Vegas Golden Knights.
No. The Las Vegas Golden Knights are the official hockey team of the Reddit on Wiki podcast.
There you go. You said it better than I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We can't say for sure we are. They don't know we exist, if we're being quite honest.
We're not even a hockey podcast.
No, they have no idea we exist. But as far as hockey goes, they're the only team that fucking matters to us. All three of us.
Mhm.
All three
Yeah.
of us, Josh.
Okay.
None of us had any allegiance to any other team, but now we do.
Not at all. Not at all. I just will bury my Leafs jersey, I guess.
Don't worry, we got you a Vegas jersey coming up to you with a
So
for the
many
live
of them.
show.
So many.
I think we each have two at this point.
At this
That's
point,
crazy. For those of you who didn't see, we did an unboxing and two listeners, I think, sent us Vegas Golden Knight jerseys. So love that for me. Probably won't wear one, but I'll take the Fleury jersey because
no, Josh got to wear the hat that says champions.
Oh, yeah. Gotta see that on a video. Gotta see that on an episode.
no, I can't. I can't do it.
To be fair, that'd be like making John wear a fucking Chiefs championship hat.
But we're all back and ready for another Am I the Asshole episode. But before we hop in, we have locked down a venue for our live show in Toronto. As we are recording, we don't have finalized details about ticket prices and when they're going to go up for sale.
And ticket quantity.
And quantity. But it should be going out for sale within the next week of this episode. If not on this episode. So keep an eye out. We'll do a promo that we'll put in before the episode if they are for sale. But super excited. We're going to be doing a live show in Toronto in November. So stay tuned for that.
Also, my passport comes in that Monday, I believe.
You are wild.
We're really playing
Cutting it close.
Cutting it close.
Holy shit.
Boys, is there anything else you'd like to talk about before we hop into our first episode back?
Reddit on wikishop.com. I don't know what's in the merch store right now, but Reddit on wikishop.com.
I also don't know what's going to happen. It's a mystery, truly.
That's concerning.
We'll figure it out, I'm sure.
I saw someone make a nice Gay the Pray Away
Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah.
shirt in the Discord. That could be an option.
Which
Yeah,
would
I
be
really need to get
perfect
into
for
Discord.
which would be perfect for our venue because we're gonna donate some of the profits from that.
Yes,
That's
that's
true.
true.
That's
That's
true.
true. I didn't say what the venue was, but I wanted to lock it in before we said it. So.
Yeah. We have to sign a contract before we.
Yeah,
That's why I haven't
exactly.
said the venue name.
Yeah.
Fair. Yeah.
Just a hint.
Just a hint, yeah.
All right, boys, let's hop into the first story of the day. This one is cross-posted by the GOAT, Mary Gitz, 2011. Cross-posted to our subreddit, Reddit on Wiki.
We missed the buttons when it was just us two.
Yeah, we had to make our own noises.
It wasn't good.
No, it was great. I enjoyed it.
I thought it was good, and then John immediately flamed me. I said, oh.
Actually, someone said that actually does sound a lot close to a goat crumbing.
Yes. A lot
Oh,
closer
okay.
Yeah,
than
Pretty
the
good
first
then.
attempt.
Then my ba.
pretty accurate,
Bah.
Sean.
Isn't that a sheep?
Oh, shit. Yeah, that is a shit.
Yeah, that is. It's okay.
Story one.
All right, this one is titled, Am I the Asshole for Wanting to Treat Myself for My Birthday instead of penny pinching the whole time.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
I have a coworker who had like a plan to do this thing on their birthday, and she was like, "Oh yeah, 10 friends signed up." And then we kept making plans, and now it's just me and one friend. I said,
"Oh no,
yeah, you gotta treat yourself." She was like, "Yeah, I don't want to compromise." And I was like, "Yeah, that's fine.
Good.
It's
Yeah.
your birthday.
Do whatever the hell you want."
All right. So I, 27 female, have been with my boyfriend, 32 male, for 2.5 years.
Wait, how old?
Technically illegal.
That'd be 24 and a half.
Yeah, she would have been 24 and a half.
He was 29.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Cara. Illegal.
The peak is crazy.
Do I need to get further from the mic? I don't
No,
know.
you're good.
You're
You're
fine.
good. It'll show up. For my birthday, I wanted something special. We basically never do romantic things besides hikes, which I like them okay, but he lives for them. We don't do dinners, movies, no city trips, nothing. His take is that the cities are vapid and superficial, and nature is healthier and spiritual. This year, I suggested a weekend in Vienna, Austria. It's about a 4-hour drive from us. Oh, European.
Lucky.
I budgeted the whole thing and saved for it, which was £700 total for both of us, with travel, hotel with breakfasts, museums, eating out, and everything. That's about £350 each. It would be 2 nights, 3 days. I have a salary of 1,300 euros, and he has something similar. Seems doable, right? Well, apparently not. He flipped out because I wanted to get a hotel room for breakfasts. Because honestly, I don't feel like grocery shopping, prepping, cooking, and cleaning food while on such a short trip. And I want to make the most of the city. He says that's spoiled and snobby. He said I'm acting like a princess in a derogatory way.
Oh my God. I would have. This guy fucking stinks.
All this over a hotel breakfast.
Honestly, as soon as he was like, no city trips, I'm like, all right. Mount Glacier was awesome. That was sick. I would still fuck up New York and eat so much fucking pizza.
Yeah.
This dumb bitch would hate us traveling.
Dude, loser.
He offered a compromise, which was get cheap rooms, the ones that you have to share bathrooms with other rooms.
Hell no.
And even suggested that we pre-cook 3 days worth of food at home and lug it with us to Vienna so we don't have to eat out. Or I could eat breakfast out every day if I want, but still get the cheap room. Honestly, I don't feel like sharing my toilet in the morning and waiting in line to piss while some random dude is in there. Which I gotta say, once I hit 30, I'm like, yeah, I'm not sharing bathrooms.
I didn't even know that existed.
Aren't
Yeah, it's like
hostels
the hostels.
like that?
Yeah,
Hostels,
but aren't hostels like you get your own bedroom in a hostel? I've
No.
never stayed at one.
You share
Well,
with
it depends.
a couple people, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but this one, it seems like one where you have your own room, but you share bathroom.
I ain't
with
sharing
other rooms.
shit with strangers, especially bathrooms. Hell nah.
Right. Yeah, in my early 20s, that might have been a thing I would have been willing to do, but
Yeah.
I'm old enough now that I'm like, I'd rather my own privacy, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel OP in this. Meanwhile, if we go to a cafe, he says he'll sit with me, but he won't order anything because it's too expensive and unhealthy. He is very much against eating out, thinks it's splurgy and snobbish, which sounds less like a birthday trip and more like me eating alone with an audience. His reasoning is he wants to save money to eventually escape the rat race and buy land/property, which fair, I want a house someday too, but that doesn't mean we can't ever enjoy ourselves in the present. When I said no to the hostel, he flipped out on me and said, "You never compromise."
She hasn't been on a city trip at all. Not once, you stupid rat bastard. Anyway. So.
You're not doing what I say. That's not compromising. To me, though, compromise shouldn't mean downgrade until only one person is happy. So now I'm torn. Do I compromise and risk spending my birthday trip in a sketchy hostel, plus listening to him grumble about croissants being luxury, but maybe turn out to be a nice trip? Or do I cancel the whole thing, not see Vienna, but save my sanity? By the way, the hotel for 2 nights plus breakfast is 240 euros, and shared room is 150 euros per night, and we would have to cook or eat out breakfast. So am I the asshole for refusing to compromise on this?
Hell
No.
Fuck no.
There's a difference if someone is financially irresponsible doing this way too damn much and they're racking up debt and racking up credit card debt because of said expenditures. Sure, that then they'd probably have a valid reason. But This is a birthday situation that the OP saved up for, that they budgeted for, and no one she's been compromising with his lifestyle for the past however the fuck months they've been together. And all she's asking for is, dude, I want to do this for my birthday because I want to live a little. What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like any partner, quote, tripping out at your birthday idea, dump them. I think if you're freaking out at all about somebody's idea, I can like what John said, if this was like an every weekend thing, then like for sure, of course, it's like this is insane. But literally the birthday thing. I mean, I feel like especially after they made their point and was like, no, I'd rather not. To trip out again, I think is even stupider. So
yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine a point where you would, trip out at a partner. Maybe you could be like, that's unrealistic, but it's not unrealistic when the budget is already planned out and it's less than, it's not y'all's whole salary for the month or whatever. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's fucking live a little, dude.
Well, and the thing is, like, OP's budgeted for this and like saved for it, so it's not like it's like she has the money to spend for this trip. It's not like they're dipping into a savings or anything like that for the house. She's put this aside.
Yeah.
Probably did less fun things over the past few months to save for this, and for him to just not do this at all for her, it's tough to say that you're compatible with each other, because it sounds like you enjoy doing city things, okay, at least occasionally. He doesn't like doing that at all, or taking you out. It sounds like go on dates with you at all, other than hiking, which is like terrible. So I don't know. I'd have a real sit down talk with him and say, hey, this is like, is this going to be a future thing? Like where you're going to fight me on every small trip I want to take? Cause like less than $1,000 to go to Austria it's pretty good.
Hell, it would cost $1,000. Yeah, it'd cost $1,000 to go fly in Midwest. And I don't want to see none of those fucking states.
Exactly.
Except Chicago. I would go to Chicago, but Chicago's always cheap because it's like the midway point.
See you in 2 months, Chicago.
Reddit agrees and said, not the asshole. And we used to be commented and said, some people use compromise as a cudgel to always have their way. You're under no obligation to compromise when it's your birthday and your wants are perfectly reasonable.
It compromises, you better do what I want. That's his compromise.
Yeah, low key.
Which don't mean shit.
Yeah, or it's like, okay, maybe one night we splurge and go out for dinner, and then the other night we like do a cheaper restaurant for dinner or something like that. Like that's a compromise where it's like, yeah, we're celebrating your birthday the one night and then maybe save a little money.
In his mind, his compromise is just like, oh, I'm allowing you to go on this trip. So my compromise is let's make this trip as shitty as possible.
And it's not even that. Like the compromise that he's saying is like, oh yeah, you can go eat in a cafe. Meanwhile, I'm just going to sit there and stare at you. That's guilt trip the whole time.
Yeah,
exactly. He's trying to make it as shitty as possible.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly. Because if someone was like, I'm not going to get anything, and then you're just, I'd be like, okay, I guess I'm not going to get anything because you feel awkward.
That's the good thing about John. He doesn't have the shame or guilt bone.
No,
he'll
that's
fucking
true.
eat that croissant in your fucking face.
He'd look at you
like a goddamn boss.
Lick his lips.
You damn right. I don't give a shit if I have crumbs all over my face. I'll still eat that in front of anybody.
Like, hey, this shit is good, huh? You wish you could afford this, you broken.
You said it, not me.
That's John's idea of crumbing. All right, let's move on to the next story, cross-posted by Derby Girl 69.
Ooh,
hell yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
Hey,
are you thinking of that anime with the horse racing? Derby Girl 69? We mentioned this a little bit, John. I forget if you were there, Josh.
The video game?
Yeah, there's an anime about it too.
Oh, that's right. That's right. We did talk about it. We talked about like how your friends are gooners, possibly.
I'm really hoping they're not.
Josh,
there's a chance.
If you don't remember, this is the same OP during one of our live shows that curated an all Josh episode.
Oh, yeah. That's been a while,
cool.
but
yeah.
Dope for sure. All right, title for this one is, Am I the asshole for telling my wife my son did nothing wrong?
If it's in front of the son, yes. If it's just one-on-one with your wife, you're allowed to, discuss that privately and try and get each other's point of view. But if it's in front of the son and you're like actively telling your wife that she's wrong in front of him, I think that's not good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This sounds like a step parenting situation or
Oh.
So I'm gonna go not the asshole. Maybe you are just defending your kid.
Okay.
Split.
I mean, kind of. I gave it a 50-50. I wasn't strong on either position.
Do the Steiner math for us real quick, Sean.
You put a fat fuck like Samoa Joe in the ring with me because he's already got a 33 and 3/3 chance of winning. But if you put him in a ring with a genetic freak like me, his chances go drastically down to 16.5%. And that's just math.
I assume that's a wrestling
It's
bit.
definitely a wrestling bit. I knew Sean would get that.
And what I said was not even remotely close to how good the real one is. So.
All right.
Also, if Samoa Joe ever hears this, I don't think you're a fat fuck. I know he calls you fat in that promo, Joe. Don't ever kill me. Okay, continue. I'm sure you'll never listen.
He'll choke
Probably
you out.
not.
Yeah.
So, my son and his friends, between 11 and 12 years old, went to the dollar store. One of them has his own bank card, and they were trying to buy some chips. His card kept getting declined because he didn't have anything in there. So the cashier told them to put a few baskets of stuff away, and then they could have the chips for free. My wife went crazy over this, telling him that it's basically stealing. Someone has to pay for those chips, and it was wildly inappropriate in 2025 for a kid to do some work at a dollar store and get some chips in return. Now, my son is crying in his room, and my wife is mad at me because I told her it was perfectly fine, and because I didn't agree with her viewpoint and back her up. I used to do the same thing at a local gas station 30 years ago. So am I being the asshole here?
So the store owner said, hey, it's cool, just put some baskets away. And
Why
you
don't
can have
the store owner?
Well,
The employee.
yeah, the employee, worker,
employee.
At
whatever.
the dollar store.
I would hope it's the owner or at least a manager.
Or someone probably covered it for them, maybe. Right?
I would assume something like that. Yeah.
Let's
At the
say-
end of the day, it's $1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's $1. I don't care if it's the employee or the manager. The sentiment is the same.
And they
It's
worked for
fine.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did. Yeah.
There was a service exchange, that was provided.
Car
and-
is mad.
Oh, that stretch is huge. Yeah, I don't blame the OP for defending their kid because they essentially did nothing wrong. They got a permission from the store. He said, hey, just put some stuff away and in exchange, you can have these chips for free. That is not stealing when there is an agreed transaction.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think so anyway.
Especially because you came home and you observed the whole thing. I feel like she's probably the asshole for going off without talking to you first. Because I don't think it's great for one parent to try and tell the kid in front of their face that the other parent is wrong. You got to be a united front. Kids are assholes. So you got to really be on the same page there. So I think not a great thing on her part for her to come in and be like, you fucking stole. Meanwhile, dad was there observing the whole time. And he's like, no.
Well, to be fair, she's like, you fucking stole, but also you shouldn't have to you did work in 2025. It's like, okay,
So-
well, which
so-
one is?
Yeah, which one? You want to
Yeah.
just take the chips without? So then that's stealing, you dumb bitch.
And that's stealing.
Yeah, I think Opie's wife is wrong 1,000%.
Oh, big time.
So
Yeah.
it's just dad didn't really have too much of a choice but to be like, "You're fine, kid." You're
I don't even know if he said that. Well, he didn't back her up, I guess. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't back her up.
That's
That's why she's calling him an asshole, and he's like, "Am I
Right.
tripping?"
There's only
I see,
one
yeah,
asshole
yeah.
in this scenario, and it's her.
Yeah,
Yeah. And yeah, I don't know. It's not like they did back-breaking work if that's what she's angry about. You know what I mean? It's like a couple baskets away. They probably worked for 15 minutes, I'd imagine.
Also, do you not trust your partner at all? Like your partner observed the whole thing, was fine with the whole thing.
Right.
So just back your partner. I don't know why you're so upset. It's weird.
Did he observe the whole thing?
Was he not there at the store with them?
I don't think so.
Maybe this is the American in me. Y'all just letting 10 and 11-year-old kids just go by themselves to stores?
Well, maybe it's in walking distance. I don't know.
Maybe it's like a small town that still happens.
I don't know.
Maybe I've just been living in the city too long. That seems like a terrible idea.
I'm sure it happens a lot.
Yeah.
Y'all need to watch y'all's fucking kids. Why y'all letting 10 and... Y'all want them stolen? That's how kids get stolen.
They all got cell phones nowadays, Sean. You can
That's
track
another
where they
issue.
are.
They shouldn't have one.
John's got different issues with
They
this stuff.
gotta be in the fucking house is where they should be.
doing chores, a different kind of work for money.
Honestly, if we're
For
being,
free.
if we're being real, yeah, they should be fucking doing chores. That's why that bank account is empty. They're not doing shit at home. Actually, now I'm completely on the mom's side if I'm thinking about it.
Oh, complete 180 from where we started. Reddit not the asshole, and Chillinus said, quoting the parent, said, "My son wanted something but didn't have the cash, so he did some work for the owner of the thing to earn it. That's a really good kid and a great life lesson about how a little hustle can help earn things you want. Why would you be mad about that?"
Well, we all know where they didn't learn it from.
But, yeah. But it's, I don't know. It's such a small thing. It'd be one thing if they made him work an 8-hour shift or something like that.
Yeah, then that's exploitation. 8 hours for chips? You got me fucked up. I'll steal that shit for
If he tried to steal like a PS5 or something,
Yeah.
it's literally a $1 bag of chips. Why are we even arguing?
But he didn't even try to steal it.
He tried to pay for it.
Yeah. Or one of his friends did and didn't have the money, so then they worked for it. And it completely fine, in my opinion. Again, unless it was like, you're working an 8-hour shift and we're not leaving.
Parents watch your kids, though. Let's not have these little 11-year-olds out here. What if that fucking guy was like, you know what? I'll make him work the 8-hour shift. You know,
Sean,
the
you
dad
really
wasn't there to observe it.
You really have lived in a
I'm
big
tired of
city
fucking
the
little
whole
kids
time.
out here with no parents. Are we crazy? I thought we said parents are assholes for not watching their kids. Now I'm the crazy one. Watch your fucking kids.
All right. Next.
And
next
that's not
story.
it. No, I'm just kidding.
Next story posted by Click Dependent 8. Title. This is Best of Reddit updates, by the way. This is titled, "Am I the asshole for taking my daughter somewhere when my husband and sons went on a boys trip?"
No.
Why would you be? They went on a trip.
Not just a trip, John. A boys
Trip. Have fun too. Shit.
All right. So I, 43 female, have triplets. Mark, Liam, and Abby, 14. With my husband, Josh, 45 male.
Asshole.
Oh my God. I'm so old.
Getting up there in my age, Josh.
I'm getting close. Last Friday, Josh decided to bring Mark and Liam on a spontaneous trip to Six Flags. I don't like amusement parks, so I wasn't bothered by not being invited. Abby asked to go as well, but Mark and Liam said it was a boys' trip and that she would ruin the vibe.
Yuck.
Ugh.
Abby was upset because she felt left out, and I felt bad for her, so I decided we'd have a day out as well. Also wild that you weren't invited. You know what I mean? Going to an amusement park with your kids. Sounds like it'd be fun if you were also invited. So that's crazy.
Wait, they said like they weren't really fond of amusement parks and they couldn't be bothered? Is that what they said?
Just OP, yeah.
Oh,
OP said that, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it's like, you could, I don't know, maybe it'd still be nice to be invited, you know, along with your daughter. So on Saturday, we went to Cheesecake Factory, which is our favorite restaurant, a local spa, and I let her have a mini shopping spree at the mall that came out to about $150.
Nice.
I paid for it all since I got a hefty bonus and didn't know what else to spend it on. She felt better after, and we even had a heartfelt mother and daughter moment at Build-A-Bear, where we each made each other bears. We also had brunch on Sunday, although it wasn't very costly. The boys came home last night, and Abby was excited to tell Josh all about what we did on the weekend. He got mad and confronted me about it, saying I shouldn't have done that. I asked him why, because he refused to let Abby go in the first place, and he said it was a boys' trip and I shouldn't get her used to special treatment for not being involved in anything. I asked why it bothered him so much since I knew he'd do it for our sons, but he won't tell me why it bothers him so much. He ended up even trying to take her bear, but I wouldn't let him.
What the
He's being
fuck?
cold to me and Abby, and I'm at a loss. So am I the asshole?
Six
no.
Flags. This guy's red flags, bro. What are you
They're
doing?
all red.
I don't even know if there's different colors of the flags in Six Flags, but they're
I
all
actually
red.
don't know.
I don't know either.
It's
And
only in
I-
America, right?
Six Flags?
Yeah.
yeah.
It might be. Is it?
I've never seen one.
Is it out
so-
of Texas?
I mean, there's some in
Because
California.
I know it's Six
there's one in
Flags over
California.
Texas. Like maybe it just originated in Texas.
I think there's one in San Antonio, there's one in Arlington and Dallas, and then there's one in California.
And they're all red.
There might be.
Yeah. It started in Texas.
Oh, okay.
Because the flag, it's Six Flags over Texas. Is the people that have owned Six Flags that own Texas.
And they're all
Gotcha.
red like this jabroni, Josh.
But no, you're not the asshole at all. I think your husband is psychotic for trying to. It sounds like he's trying to punish your daughter for
Being a girl.
Having a good time.
being a woman. Yeah, like what the fuck? You know, you purposely didn't invite her to your trip, and then your sons were like, no, it's a boys' trip. So already instilling misogyny into your sons, not great. Even if all that happened, I mean, he's still the asshole. But like to come home and then berate you for treating your daughter for the
Yeah,
like
I
the
want to
2
know how
days.
much he spent both days on both sons over there. Probably a shit ton.
Oh,
has
Plus
to
the
be.
hotel stay, I'm sure.
Yeah,
So it's like,
food is crazy in amusement parks.
yeah, if you want,
absolutely.
I could understand like, oh, you want the siblings to have like boy and girl time because, sometimes that happens again. I've had that scenario with my nieces and nephews. They want boy and girl time. That I think is fine, but I don't think at least my nieces and nephews have never been like, all right, boy time. Girls, you sit there and you don't do anything. You fucking don't
Right.
get to have fun. You know what I mean? It's never that. It's just like, oh, let's just do the stuff that my sister doesn't like to do, or let's do things without my annoying brothers type of shit. So it's just, it's weird for them to be like, no, you can't go. And then also when they get back, they're like, what? You also had fun? That's not allowed. It's
Dude,
just,
taking a bear away is crazy. I would slap the shit
wild.
out of
Yeah.
that father, man. Are you kidding me right now?
It's like borderline abuse at that point.
Yeah.
I think it was past. I think that
Well,
is abuse.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, definitely abuse for like
Because it's like
excluding
neglect.
and neglect.
Because it's not
yeah.
even like a plan was set in place. Because I just feel like if you want to have this boys trip, fine, whatever. But at least be like, all right, what are you gonna do with my daughter? Because I equally care about her, of course.
Yes.
Because that's still my child.
Yeah.
But instead, it's just like, I hope y'all fucking have a terrible time this weekend without us. Peace.
Yeah. You better not leave the living room.
Yeah.
Or could have done
Weird.
something easy. Just be like, hey, I'm gonna take your brothers to an amusement park, but when I get back, me and you are gonna do this together.
But also, it's like if she was like, "No, I want to come."
Yeah,
it's
but she
like,
was also like,
and
I'm gonna
end
ruin
of
the
fucking
vibe.
story.
I know what.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's wrong with this dad.
then you
bro.
invite her, and then if you still need your
Exactly.
boys trip, then do something else that she's not interested in.
What you said with your niece and nephew, it's like, oh, we're gonna do something that my niece doesn't enjoy doing, like, or my nephews don't enjoy doing.
Yeah,
like, this
exactly
is something
right.
that they all enjoy doing. She wanted to go to the amusement park.
Yeah.
End of story.
Yep.
If OP didn't want to go, that's fine.
Mhm.
Like you should
don't have
you
to go,
still have
yeah.
that communication. Hey, I plan on taking the kids to Six Flags. Would you like to come as well? Sounds like he just doesn't like women.
Sure sounds like it.
Yeah.
I want to hear the updates because I'm ready to fucking slap the shit out
I
of this dude.
completely forgot their update. I was Googling which were the Six Flags over Texas.
Sean's next episode, the history of Six Flags.
So far, we got Spain, France, America, Texas. I think the fucking Confederate flag. I can't tell. And
no.
then Mexican flag.
So they are red flags.
Yeah, at least one. I mean, at this
Uh.
point, the American flag, unfortunately, is a little bit of a red flag, too.
And the Spanish conquered.
Yeah, we do famously hate Spain on this podcast. Sorry, Spain.
They're all
They
colonial.
really fucked up the Philippines.
God damn.
Yeah.
Colonizers.
All right. So Reddit deemed not the asshole, of course. And a commenter, this is some relevant comments, said, this is alarming behavior, to be honest. If they're allowed boys' trips, why are girls' trips not allowed?
Exactly.
Unless he can give a better explanation, the only reason he's against this is because he wanted her to feel excluded.
Mhm.
So why does he insist his daughter feel excluded? Does he hate her or something? Is this the first time he's treated her as less than when it comes to all the kids? To which OP responds and says, he refuses to explain why and just says that it's not right and won't further explain. I don't know if he hates her, but I'm wondering now and wondering why he would treat her like this way. There has been times before where he'd take the boys somewhere extravagant and take Abby somewhere less than exciting after that, like to Denny's, after taking the boys on a camping trip for the weekend. But she always seemed to appreciate it, so I thought he put thought into it. Now I'm wondering if she was an afterthought to him.
I will say, as a kid, I really fucked with Denny's.
As an adult, I still fuck with Denny's.
I haven't been in a minute, but the fact that it's unlimited hot chocolate was such a fucking... Because I'd see all the coffee drinkers get unlimited coffee, and I'm like, this seems unfair as a child.
Give me my moons over my hammy, and I'm good, baby.
They make
Oh,
good
yeah.
shakes too. That's Denny's, right?
A grand
Oh.
slam? Ooh, that shit hits right
I've
now.
never had a shake, but that fits their vibe, their diner vibe. So I imagine
the
do.
strawberry shake do be fire over there.
Okay, they do have shakes. Okay.
Yeah, there's one in Ottawa. That's the only thing I've had there. So.
Damn, I want to go to. I want to go to Denny's now.
It's 24/7. Our next sponsor, since Chili's won't fuck with us.
Damn it, Chili's.
Fucking Chili's.
This is a downgrade unless Denny's sponsors us.
Then we
That's an
fucking have
upgrade.
always loved Denny's more than Chili's.
Commenter responded to that and said his refusal to explain is an explanation. He wants her to feel like a second-class citizen. You note that you were also not invited, but it didn't bother you because it was conveniently something you're not into. Are you also treated as a second-class citizen, but it just conveniently happens to be things you're not interested? Does he treat you to lesser experiences as a way of making up for the time you're excluded? I'm wondering if he hates his daughter or if this is a sexism thing. And OP says, I never felt like I was being treated as a second-class citizen by him or Mark and Liam. If anything, they treat me like I'm one of the wonders of the world. Usually, if he plans trips, I'm the first one he involved, even before he tells the kids. Yeah, he just insisted this time that it was a boys' trip, which seems weird.
Then what the fuck is wrong with this husband?
What's the podcasts or videos he's been watching recently? Is he starting in the decline of
Those
his
red pills.
pill journeys?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It sure sounds like the beginning stages.
He's on the new TikTok already.
God damn it. We got to find a fucking new TikTok. Y'all won't be affected, right? The app is the same everywhere else.
Yeah.
It's just America.
It's just the U.S.
Yeah, you guys will be
Do you
fucked.
think a VPN would help with that? Or
Nope.
no?
I don't think so.
All right, back to Red Note I go.
Oh,
CCP,
baby. Would you like?
That song is fucking good, though.
It's fire.
I bleed red, baby. Let's go China. So there's an update 3 months later. So firstly, I want to clear some things up.
My husband was devastated by the death of...
Oh, it was a September 11th. When did that happen?
I forget.
I think it was the day
day
before.
I try to
Yeah.
forget all things about that little piece of shit.
Be careful what you say. You might get fired, Sean.
Oh, no. I have to do the podcast
Full time.
full time.
First point, the boys' trip was not just one day. It was from Friday to Tuesday.
Oh, damn. I thought it was just a weekend. It was a fucking
Long, yeah,
I thought
long
too.
weekend.
5 days. I saw multiple people say it was just a one-day trip, so I wanted to clear that up. And number two, the question everyone asking is, why did I defend Josh? I wish I had an answer better than I was in denial. I didn't want to think that Josh was horrible because I truly loved him at the time. I don't anymore. At the time, though, I was scared to accept that he was a bad person. So here is the update. I took the kids and went to my sister's house. Mark and Liam protested, but I told them it wasn't their choice to make. I told Josh that we were leaving for a while, and he literally said, quote, fine, as long as I can keep the boys with me. So kicking and screaming.
Fuck you, Josh.
I agree. We had an argument about it, and it escalated to the point where the police had to intervene. He didn't get physical, but he was verbally aggressive towards all of us, and they had to calm him down. I think that was the moment I realized I couldn't do it anymore and decided it was over for us. Oh, hi, Cara.
Hi, baby.
Oh,
No.
sweetie. So I was able to force him into family therapy with the help of his family. They were appalled by his behavior and didn't understand what was happening either. I wish I could tell you all that we came to a big revelation and finally understood everything, but unfortunately that didn't happen. The therapist asked Abby to speak, and she asked Josh directly why he didn't let her go on the trip and why he got upset that she spent the day with me. He refused to speak and just walked out of the session. He blocked both me and my daughter, and the last thing I heard from him was him texting Liam and telling him to tell me that he expects custody of both the boys and not Abby if we divorce. I still don't understand what's going on with him, and neither does his family. I also talked to all the kids separately. Abby said that nothing happened between the two of them and that she was confused as to why he hated her. Liam and Mark said that he told them that they should leave Abby home because it was a father-son trip and insisted the trip was going to have a certain dynamic that Abby would ruin.
So well, I mean, that's not a surprise that he fucking, but like literally verbatim is what they told her. So
yeah. He convinced them to not want her on the trip, and they obliged because he said they were going to cancel. He said he was going to cancel the trip if she came along. As for what happened on the trip, they said they just pretty much spent all their time at Six Flags, and the worst thing that happened was they didn't have sunscreen. As of right now, we're still living with my sister. Mark and Liam are still sharing a room and got used to it. Abby is still shaken up from the situation, and sometimes I catch her blaming herself for all of this, but I make sure to remind her that it's not her fault. All three of them are on the wait list for individual therapy right now, and I'm considering it for myself, but for now, I'm just focusing on them. I'm looking to see what my options are for housing, and as much as I would love to keep our home, I don't know if I can, and I'm looking into other houses/apartments as backup. I'm hoping the divorce process goes smoothly, but I can see Josh dragging it out as long as possible. I'm monitoring Mark and Liam's text messages in case Josh says anything or tries pitting them against me or Abby. He still won't talk to Abby or me, which I'm fine with as of now. I know Abby misses her dad, but I think eventually she'll realize that she's better off without him. That's basically it for now. I'm not sure if this is the end of everything or if I'll be dealing with a lot more with the divorces. In any case, I think my kids and I will be fine. Thanks to everyone on the original thread for giving me advice and helping me pull off the rose-tinted glasses. I dread to think about what would have happened if I never came here and then stayed with Josh. And that is the update.
Ew.
Well, good on you for getting that all started and leaving his ass.
Yeah.
Potentially saving the two boys from being two incels because, you know, they look like they're pretty easily influenced. I mean, they're young probably. I forget their ages.
I mean, as a kid, your dad goes, hey, say this to your sister or I'm canceling your trip to Six Flags.
You ain't got much choices,
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah,
I hope they can unlearn anything that their dad taught them, especially in therapy once they get into that. And, you know, I'm glad they had a mom like you to stand up for them once shit started getting really weird. Would love to know why he pivoted, but I think we can all guess why.
He's a piece of shit first and foremost. And my biggest hope is, one, I'm very happy for OP for finally realizing that their ex-husband is a piece of shit. But two, I really would, and we already said it already, that hopefully the boys can unlearn some of those negative behaviors that the dad kind of reinforced. But really, I'm really hopeful for Abby in this situation. I know there's a lot of self-blaming in her case. One, she's very young, so she probably doesn't fully understand the gravity of the situation, why she's unwanted. But hopefully with the therapy that's coming up, she can realize that it's never her fault, and that when hopefully she grows up with a healthy mindset and a healthy outlook, that she should be with someone that appreciates her for who she is. So, because she deserves that. So that's all I can say.
Yeah, I don't know. You all have pretty much said everything. It's just what he had to have just fucking gotten into just the worst fucking shit.
The worst.
Yeah.
And it's just like started hating women and thinking they're second class. Because, I mean, by all means, you know, he maybe really was like, he seemed kind of normal until recently. And that shit seems to take over very quickly. It's weird how fast that takes over.
Yeah.
Probably weak-minded men. But well, still.
I've seen, there's also women on that side too. It's mostly men.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunately, it gets a lot of people. But yeah, I do wonder if it's like, you know, daughter turned teenager and he started, you know, I hate my teenage daughter kind of thing.
I was low-key thinking the worst, that he was, and again, I don't know, red pill. But I was just like, is he becoming attracted to his daughter? So now he's just trying to get away. And
I wasn't even going there. I was just going.
I was just like, because it was just real random. Like,
is she the old? Oh, no, they're triplets, right?
They're triplets. They're all the same.
And then especially whenever like OP was like, yeah, I like made sure nothing happened in between them. I was like, okay, so maybe I wasn't the only one thinking that this might have taken like the worst possible turn.
I didn't even pick up on that, but
I was like, you know, just because I was trying to think of like, in what world does this a quick turn? It's either a fucking incel or the other N word, which is bad, which is even worse.
Yeah.
Well, is that worse? Probably, right?
It's all terrible.
It's all really bad.
Yeah, either way.
Incels are actively trying to destroy communities. I guess incels are just weird people. Just stay away from the rest of us.
But also pedophile incest.
That's also true. So yeah, back to being the fucking worst of the worst.
Fuck, I hope it's not that. I hope it's just, I mean, either way, it's terrible.
Either way, I hope this guy fucking
never gets custody
from their lives.
I wish,
and is alone.
I feel like having the proof of being like, I only want custody of my two sons. should give the
Not a
whoever
fit
is
for a
in the
father.
side.
Yeah.
Yeah, should give whoever's in charge of that decision be like, well, I mean, custody of none of them, right? If he's trying to pick and choose, that's not a good
That's not
sign.
how having children works.
Yeah. Because
Stupid
what if he
ass.
just gets tired of one of these sons and it's just, so.
Yeah, I hope he gets a competent judge and is like, no, that's a red flag. 6 of them, as a matter of fact, and you can fucking have none of the kids.
Yeah.
All right, boys, let's move on to the next story here, posted by Express Highway 7696. Yeah, there's a 69 in there, sure.
We're really being loose with this.
Title for this one is, Am I the asshole for not honoring my wife's dying wish?
Damn.
Yes. Unless that wish involve illegal things that can get you in trouble.
Hide the drugs.
In a zombie thing, just because I saw like somebody reacting to like the old Walking Dead game, if, a zombie thing happened,
Okay.
could you kill your wife? I could.
Yes, I
Oh.
could. Then that's no longer my wife.
That's the good point. Because every time I watch the show, I'm like, yeah, fucking kill him, duh. But then I'm like, when I'm staring down the barrel, and I'm like, this seems difficult. But yeah,
Yeah, that's no longer
the
that's no
right
longer
thing
who
to
she
do
is. Yeah.
is you gotta.
Yeah.
Same goes with all the friends, especially when it's friends. I'm like, yeah, tough decision, but I mean, you easily, right?
The wife one I'd hesitate. The friends one, it's immediate.
Yes. I'd cry.
Blah, blah.
All the damn, that's crazy. Just think of all the bad memories your friends put you through. Damn, that's
John, I'm not bit. It's just a scratch. I swear to God.
nah. I've seen.
As a matter of fact, I'd go like this, making it more efficient.
Yeah. I've heard scratches do the same shit, John. That's crazy.
It's a tree branch. You saw it.
Josh
I
like,
don't know.
am I the asshole? Man, get the fuck out of here.
All right. I'm glad we made light of such a dark title.
You're welcome.
All right. So, 6 years ago, my wife passed away after a short illness. The day before she passed away, it seemed like as though she may pull through, and she said to me, "If I die, you're not allowed to go on a date." I laughed and promised I wouldn't. Both of my daughters were there when she said it. That night, things went horribly downhill and she was gone by noon the next day. I've spent the last 6 years raising my girls and finally sent my youngest off to college in August. I have been involved in a few support groups for people who have lost spouses for the last few years, and earlier this year, I really connected with a woman who lost her husband around the same time. I wasn't looking for a relationship, but we have been on a few dates, and I've been trying to keep it concealed for at least for the meantime. We ended up going to a restaurant, and one of our servers was my older daughter's friend from high school. She must have called or texted my daughter because last night my daughter called me to scream at me and basically told me I was cheating on her mom, and I had no right to dishonor her request of me. I'm pretty furious she called me like that, and I had to hang up and told her I'd call her in the morning when I had some time to reflect. Now all I can think of is how horrible I am for this. I'm 45 years old and I need companionship, but I don't want my daughters to think I'm spitting on their mother's grave. My wife's sister also texted me to tell me that my wife's request was unreasonable and unfair, and that her family is not going to judge me if I move on, and she would talk to my oldest daughter about it. I don't want to ruin my relationship with my kids over this, but I am so damn torn. So am I the asshole for not honoring her request?
I'm going to say no. Because, a vow is till death do us part. And unfortunately,
John's like, that's where the contract ends.
Technically it is. There are people who...
No, I agree. It's funny how you worded that.
There are people who would never... I use my mom for an example. She said she will never, ever date again or consider, moving on with another partner. I told her, I'm just like, hey, this is a serious conversation because I was trying to pawn her off to the richest guy possible.
This is crazy.
I was just like, Mom, next fucking relationship, business transaction. I don't give a shit if you don't love the guy. Make sure he's almost ready to die because I want some inheritance. That's what I said. But I sat her down. I was like, hey, serious matter. You're still relatively young. You're only 60. If there ever happens to be an instance where, someone catches your eye or you happen to get close to someone, as your son, like, I'm giving you my blessing now immediately. Please seek your happiness, because I think that's what dad would have wanted. Because, you know, you expect to grow old with someone, especially being in their 40s. That's super young, you know, to be become a widower. So, and as OP said, like, this is they are seeking companionship, and they did honor it for as long as they could. They raised their kids, like, you know, was it 6 years, if I'm not mistaken? And they sought out support groups to help them with their grief. And it just so happened that someone made them feel a little bit different. So I think it's human nature to seek partnership. I think it's human nature to seek companionship. I don't blame OP whatsoever. I do think those type of ass, they tend to get unreasonable.
Hot take here. I think, you know, in the grand scheme of things, no. You know, especially if it was kind of unclear if it was a joke or not, you know, the request and how serious that was. You know, I think that, you know, I do think it is maybe unreasonable, but again, some people are just like me personally, I would have zero interest getting back out there. I could not imagine. It seems terrible out there. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think you're not the asshole for going on dates and for, you know, breaking this. But I think as soon as you kind of had the inkling of being like, I'm open to this thing again, that's when you should have sat your daughters down and had kind of like the tough discussion to just be like, look, I'm kind of open to, I would like to maybe talk to people, see, you know, what that is, like get companionship. You guys are both in college. I'm alone in the house. Like, of course, I, you know, miss your mom and I want to honor her, but like, I'm fucking 45 still. I got a lot of life. Look how young John looks. You know what I mean? He's got a lot going for him. So
thank you.
It's just like, you know, like, I don't know. I think for sure it's not wrong or bad for you to want companionship. I think though, before you started going on the dates, maybe not sneak around. Maybe, you know, you were just like, oh, let's see if this is serious, which, you know, that's a good thing as well, because this is a huge relationship change. You know, the first person you date after your partner passes will be a huge thing to your kids. But I think, you know, as soon as you had just the inkling that you wanted companionship at all, I think that's when you talk to your daughters and be like, there's no one in the picture right now, but there could be. And I, you know, this is going to be tough, but I just want to make sure I'm not stepping on y'all's toes, because I will be doing it regardless. But, you know, I just feel like it would have been fair to have that conversation and not have them find out from like a friend.
Sure. I think the friend is an asshole. Go there.
Yeah.
Like that's
it's none of your business. You know what I mean? Yeah. Mind your own shit.
You got to stay in your lane. But yeah, I don't know. I just think a conversation would have been good.
Right. I will say, I'm sure OP is already going through the emotional
turmoil in their mind.
Turmoil of, what is this? Should I expect anything? Like, am I okay with this?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I'm sure I would like to think that OP would have eventually told his daughters once it, you know, started getting serious. And once he worked through his own conflict with going on dates and stuff like that.
For sure.
But
it was multiple dates though.
Right. And I think you can have multiple dates and still be conflicted. You know what I mean?
That's
like
true.
You spend 20 some odd years with one person, and then 6 years later you start dating.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, that's going to be a lot to unpack yourself.
Yeah.
So I think it's fine for him to want to work that out himself, go on a few dates and figure out, you know, how do I broach this with my daughters when I feel the time is right? And probably not over the phone while they're at college. It's probably not the right time to do that.
Yeah.
So that's my only thing.
Also, I would understand a little bit more about having a conversation with your daughter if they were a lot younger, maybe, but they're also adults. You know, they have their own shit going on. I think you'd have, as the kid in that situation, I think you can't be naive about it. It's just like, dude, I'm off to fucking college and my dad is by themselves. Like, realistically, they should be dating at this point.
Yeah, I'm going to play the other side of the coin too, because I also have a hard time blaming the daughter too, because it's like,
yeah,
it is something she's coming to realize it.
That's like my last memory with my mom is us laughing about this.
Yeah.
Even though it is unreasonable and maybe the request is a joke, maybe it's not.
And yeah, she is probably 21 or something like that.
And maybe the memory has changed in their mind to where it was more serious than how the dad remembers it being. Like the dad remembers it as a joke. Maybe the daughters remember it being like, this is my one last request.
Yeah.
Don't forget it.
Yeah. It's like, so, and it was 6 years ago when they were a kid. You know what I mean? Like they were teenagers.
Sure.
Yeah, one was 12 and one was, I don't know how old. Because if they just sent one,
14,
well,
15,
imagine 14,
like
15.
The friend is pissing me off, though.
No, the friend,
The
is,
friend
the
is the asshole.
I just give lenience to the people that have lost someone. You know what I mean?
Sure,
Like
yeah.
the OP and the daughters. Because it's like, it is trauma that they have, and they're, they are lashing out. It's probably not the way they should have gone about it, but
Everyone grieves differently.
They do.
exactly. So Reddit deemed not the asshole, and OB said, I'm a widower. I know the feeling. You're not the asshole. You need to live your life. You've grieved and you've not dishonored your late wife. It's okay to move on.
Yep.
Which, I feel is probably very comforting for people in that situation to hear that from other people who are also widowers.
Yeah.
And there is an update.
Ooh.
So I called my daughter this morning and asked her if I could come to her campus for breakfast with her.
Good move. In person.
Yeah, that's what I think. Like that's a conversation you have together face to face. She goes to school about an hour away, so it isn't a bad drive. Apparently, my sister-in-law did talk to her last night and told her she was being irrational and unfair and that I deserve to be happy. My younger daughter, who goes to school several hours away, also told my older daughter it isn't a big deal and that I'm allowed to live my life. We had breakfast and walked around her campus for a few hours. We talked about her mom and how much we all loved and missed her. We had some laughs and cries, and I told her I would never try to replace her mother, and anyone I date would have to get along with my girls. She is still upset, which I acknowledged, but she agrees it's unreasonable to expect me to go for the rest of my life alone. She apologized for her reaction and genuinely felt bad that she acted that way. I suggested we go to therapy together to work some of this out, but she's really busy at school, so we wouldn't be able to do it until the winter break. I feel like I left with her understanding and really hope she won't hold this against me. I was not even looking for a relationship, especially at a support group. We met in March, went on a first date in July, and have only been on 3 more since. We have not even been intimate, so I'm not exactly sure where it's going. I appreciate all the responses and advice from everyone.
I mean, that's a good outcome.
Happy story.
A happy ending. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Like I said, it sounds like he's still working out of like what he even wants from these dates. So
Yeah.
it's fair of him not to have expressed that to someone. That friend sucks ass, I will say.
For sure.
that.
Instigating things where they shouldn't even be sticking their nose where it belongs. But we have a running joke around the house. I told Julia, I'm like, I want to die first. And she's like, that's cool. You'll still never you'll still never get rest for me. She was like, I'm gonna seance the fuck out of you the whole time. And then she was like, and if I die first, she's like, I'm gonna haunt you so much that you're gonna join me here pretty soon.
She gets a Ouija board out. John, where should I go for dinner?
I was like,
Let me rest.
I guess. She's like, yeah, you'll never get rest as long as we're together.
She'll trap your soul in a jar.
And then me, I'm just like, okay, bet.
All right, let's hit up the last one here before we hit the Patreon, where you get 2 more stories. Head to patreon.com/cultivate podcast network if you want those. Last post is by Deleted.
Coward.
Hell yeah.
Title is, Am I the asshole for reporting my fiancé missing after he went out at 10 p.m. for deodorant and disappeared for 7 hours?
I would say that's pretty concerning.
Still a coward?
7 hours is concerning, but maybe not
10 p.m.
10 p.m. Yeah. I guess you could be like, he died.
That sounds like a sneaky link, not gonna lie.
But why is OP a coward?
Hey, isn't there a rule that there's like a 48-hour rule for something like that for a missing person?
No, that's a myth, I think.
Is that a myth? Oh, I don't know.
It's a 24, isn't it 24 hours?
I don't know. The show's called The First 48.
That's what I was thinking.
Well, exact, because they're the most important. So I imagine you not being able to call until the 24 hours after makes 0 sense. I think you should be able to report immediately.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know, but still, they deleted their post, so I'm going asshole. I'm going asshole on it.
Okay.
I'll go not the asshole.
So my 30 female fiance, 33 male, went out on Saturday night to the store for a couple things he needed, like deodorant, around 10 p.m. while I stayed home with our kid, 2 female.
got a kid too, and you're just dipping out like that?
Gonna go get some milk. I'll be back.
Yeah, for real. That's what it feels like.
He told me he was making a quick run to the store and would be right back. He borrowed my car and left, and I thought nothing of it. Fast forward to midnight, and he's still not back. I sent him texts and called, but he didn't answer. At 1 a.m., I got really worried and called his mom to come help me search for him while I had my sister look after our kid. Did I say my mom or his mom?
His mom.
I meant my mom.
Oh,
My mom and I drove around for hours searching the parking lots of the stores, the gym, and the downtown bars. Then I called 3 local hospitals to see if he had been admitted there, then called the police to see if he'd been arrested, but we couldn't find him anywhere. At this point, I'm really starting to freak out because it seems like he's just disappeared. It's dark out, and what if he got into an accident and no one saw or hasn't found the car yet? I kept trying to message him, but still got no response. Around 3 a.m., I ended up going back home and talked it over with my mom, and this is when I decided to call the police and report him as a missing person. You don't actually have to wait 24 hours like the TV would lead you to believe.
Oh, there you go. See, answered my question.
Around 5 a.m., the cops came to the house and I tell them what's going on. They do a search of the house just to make sure everything's good here, and they finish searching as my fiancé pulls up. At this point, I'm relieved he's safe, but also annoyed that he's seemingly fine and just ignored me for the last 7 hours. He tells the cops that while he was buying deodorant, he ran into some friends, then decided to go to the bar and watch the game with them, then back to their place and hang out, and he didn't realize how late it got because his phone died, so he didn't know anyone was trying to contact him.
What
So
game
you
is
went
on
to
at after 10?
Yeah, unless they live
Until
in,
5 a.m.
I'm gonna say the only reason is they live internationally and the game is somewhere else. But also, if you went to your friend's house, bitch, they got a charger. What are you talking about?
Seems unbelievable.
Also,
Yeah.
it's just random to fucking run into a friend and be like, yeah, let me leave my milk and deodorant, go to a bar.
Well, I don't
And
think
then
they
go
got
to your
milk. I
house.
think they just went to get deodorant.
Yeah, we added the milk.
I don't think they went to get anything.
Yeah,
if we're being
and
honest.
also if they did meet up with their friends and they
check
just
for
saw them
deodorant in
there,
the bag.
yeah.
True. Did he get the deodorant?
And if they met them there, just like the first reaction would be like, hey, I saw some friends. I'm going to meet up with them. But also, bitch, you got a 2-year-old at home. What the fuck are you doing
Yeah.
going out so
Exactly.
late?
Also, if you immediately even think to do that, the first thing is shoot
Contact.
a text on.
Yes.
Yeah. On one of your friends' phones, at least.
It's
you know
not
what
that
I mean?
hard to just be like, hey, I ran into like a friend I haven't seen since high school or whatever. We're going to go grab a drink real quick, even though this is weird and we have a 2-year-old at home and I'm forcing you to, it's
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
a
A
good
lot of
look.
holes.
Lot of holes.
A lot of holes.
Was
in
he
this.
feeling some?
Maybe.
maybe.
The cops left and I didn't end up filing anything since he wasn't missing anymore. I don't understand how he couldn't send a text before he went to the bar, telling me he'd be out for a while and not to wait up. Like, did his phone die the instant they asked him to go to the bar? Did they not have a charger at their house he could use to charge his phone and send me a text? He was annoyed that I called the cops and said I was overreacting, and he didn't have to let me know his whereabouts 24/7, which is true.
I think when you have a 2-year-old, I think maybe you do. I think maybe
Also-
you do.
Also in the middle of the night. Yeah.
Exactly. Anything after 10 p.m. and you're radio silent, I'm worried about my partner.
Yeah, especially when you're like, I'll be right back.
Exactly. This is true, but I feel annoyed that I spent all night worrying and neither me, my mom, or my sister got much sleep. I was kind of upset with him all day, but mostly tired. This isn't the first time he's changed up his schedule to where it affected me without telling me, so I should have known not to react that extreme. I just don't know anymore if I overreacted and if I should apologize and accept the fact that I can't control everything. So am I the asshole for reporting him as a missing person?
This sounds like a repeated pattern. My next suggestion to you, install a dash cam.
Divorce.
Oh, well, damn. Hold
Ooh.
on. Install a dash cam. Download that. It's funny because we had a dash cam footage. I dropped off Juliet to get some coffee because there was no parking. And I was like, oh my God, you're not going to believe what just happened. Someone just hit and run a car and we got it on footage. So she was
shit.
she was like, ooh, let me watch it together. So I'm just like, we watch it together and I was just there chilling while the camera's getting hit. I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
Do you have to turn that into the police? Or?
I
Are they
mean,
okay?
yeah, the person was the person happens to be in the car that got hit. So luckily they got the video recording of the license plate.
Oh.
Otherwise, I was going to go, you want the footage? I'll snitch right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Good,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, this sounds like a repeat offense, and I like your idea, John. The only thing is, you might see like a camera, throw in an Apple AirTag or something like that.
Yep. You can do that too.
Track his ass.
There's
And to which I say, at this point, if you need to do that, divorce.
then you got to
right?
divorce. Yeah.
Well, yes.
If,
yeah,
we're at the point where we're not trusting, and then the fact that you're getting gaslit to be like, well, I guess I just can't control anything. No, OP.
yeah.
You're not.
But I'm just
You're not
saying-
asking for a lot here. You're asking for
No.
bare minimum communication. I feel like divorceable, especially because this is a repeat offense. Divorceable.
Absolutely.
I think.
I'm just saying, if you want like confirmation that this, like, he's not going to the store for deodorant or something like that, you know what I mean?
Easy.
Like,
yeah.
if you want ammunition for divorce proceedings, this would be a way to do it.
You could put like air tags, like get like put a piece of tape under a chair so they can't ever see it. Just
Yeah,
shit like that.
throw it in the trunk
Get him
under the mat.
Get him some those Skechers that you could put an air tag in. You won't have any. Those exist
light up,
apparently.
too.
Yeah.
The light up so you can see him from distance.
Damn, that look goes
Lightning
hard.
McQueen
I
red.
kind of want one.
And they have Heelys. That'd be sick.
Bro, I've always wanted Heelys, but every
light
time
up
I
shoes
ask,
would go crazy.
yeah, I've always asked to get Heelys. They're like, no, we can't afford that. I'm like, but I want it so bad.
I saw my nephews get Heelys, and I was like, man, I'm living through you guys. This is sick.
Same.
This is
Also, do you
awesome.
remember those shoes that weren't Heelys, but they had like something on the bottom where you could like grind on it, so you could like grind on curbs with the shoes? I think
No.
they were called like soaps or something like that.
I don't remember
Damn.
that. You know what shoes I also wanted? The one that John Cena wore, the Reebok pumps. Those were so cool.
I don't know those ones, but I'm with you on the Heelys. I wanted those as a kid. Those were sick.
Yeah, they're called soaps. Shoes
Soap,
from
damn.
the 90s. There's like a little
Yo.
thing on the bottom where you could grind on the bottom of your shoes.
The next thing Sean's going to say, invented by a Confederate.
I don't care if they're invented by a Confederate. I'm buying them as soon as
Reddit deemed not the asshole. And Meta 2048 said not the asshole. If he wasn't cheating on you, he was certainly doing something you wouldn't approve of. Lying and gaslighting is not a particularly good sign in a future partner. You live together, have a kid, and he took your car. Barring a major accident, it is completely unacceptable for him to disappear without a word. What if you or your kid had an emergency?
Mm-hmm.
Would it be okay stranding you like that? It sounds like he would be. Which, yeah, you took the car, the only means of communicate. Like, you have no communication. Like, what if something happened?
Yeah.
I just know Sean tuned out the whole time. He has some information he wants to unload right now.
$900 they're selling these soap shoes for. right now.
900.
On eBay. They don't sell them anymore. So people are just selling their old soap shoes from the 90s. $900.
You know he retained
My
none of that
ADHD is
shit,
going
Josh.
crazy right
None
now.
of that
I'm
shit
so
he
sorry.
retained.
Yeah,
The
but I
whole
agree
time
with
you
what
were-
Josh said. That's
the
crazy.
whole time you were talking, you just see him like this.
Well, at first I saw one for $300. I said, well, that's ridiculous. $900 for soap shoes? No
Is that
way.
Canadian? Or
No.
No, real money,
unfortunately,
real money,
American.
Josh.
Jesus Christ,
Man,
that's like an iPhone.
I couldn't afford them back then. I definitely can't afford them now.
God damn.
How much do Heelys go for?
Heelys,
That's what
I think
really-
they make. Heelys, I
Okay,
think they
cool.
make.
Cool.
Yeah, those are still alive and well. $70, $60.
Okay.
We could do those.
Yeah, we can afford those. Let's ride them into our live show.
Do we even have insurance for the show? Because I don't want to be liable for that shit.
Do they sell Heely insurance?
Oh my God. $900. Sorry. Yeah, but I agree with everything you said, Josh, for sure.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure
Mhm.
you do.
For sure.
All right. That is it, Wikimaniacs. Thank you very much for watching. If you like us, click subscribe, tell all your friends about it. If you really want some extra stories, some bonus content, go to patreon.com/Cultivate Podcast Network. You get episodes a day early and ad-free, as well as bonus stories at the end of the episode. So go check that out. Boys, is there anything else you'd like to shout out before we close out the show?
Right on wikishop.com. Stay tuned for that announcement about the live show coming up in Toronto. It's going to be us three, live in person, live crowd. It'll be fun.
There might even be bunions shown.
The ticket prices will skyrocket. If that's what's
All right. Thank you very much, John and Sean, for coming on the show today. Thank you, Wikimaniacs, for another amazing episode. We'll see you on Monday. Bye.
Zoom in on that
Later.
perm, baby. Oh yeah,
yeah.
baby.
Get therapy.